Good morning. Thank you for joining today's Global Harmonization. Appreciate you being here and taking this time to just drop in for a few minutes and connect with Divine Source, connect with me, connect with everybody else that comes through here, hold some attention and intention on making this world a even more beautiful place than it already is. So I'm Ian Gray, and this is Global Harmonization. So I was going to talk a little bit about this year so far. I mean, we've been not even through a month of it, close to a month already, but not even a month. And we've had a lot of events, a lot of things happening in the news. Kobe Bryant, God bless him, his daughter, and all the passengers. Godspeed. He did a lot of great things. He said a lot of beautiful things. Kobe Bryant. He was all about empowering the people around him. And that's one of the things that consistently came out of his mouth was to uplift those individuals around him. And I think we can have his spirit live on by making sure that we carry that piece forward. I know I'm carrying that piece forward. There's a lot of other great things that he stood for instead that I think are things we can all embody. And that's one of the cool things about the evolution of humans and who we are, is that we can live through each other by taking the thoughts and ideas that are shared from one person to the next person and create something more magical, more meaningful. And it's what we choose to take forward from those people around us. And the things that we repeat that really determine the path of our lives. If we're repeating things that are harmful, hurtful, painful, we will be living that experience of harmful, hurtful, hateful sooner or later. And when we repeat the things that are uplifting, inspiring, inspirited, right? Inspiring, gentle, kind, loving, all those things, we'll have those types of experiences. And it's really up to us to choose what they are. And the same goes for not just repeating, but believing and getting caught up in whatever I think to be true, because anything I think to be true is indeed true the moment I believe it to be so, and the mind will make it so. It will make it real. Like when Neo in the Matrix came out of the Matrix after falling actually in the jump program, and he had blood in his mouth. It's like, what, if I die in the Matrix, I die in real life. And Morpheus says, your mind makes it real. And that's what happens. The mind makes real whatever I believe to be true. It's just a fundamental way that this system works. There's a gestation period. So being cognizant of what I believe to be true is also really, really important. So we came out of 2019 with an impeachment and storming of the embassy. And I believe that it was still 2019, the end of the month, when Trump took out Soleimani. And then I think we started off the new year with Iran retaliating in the way that it did. A nice little show so they could save face a protest going on in Iran shortly after, protests in Hong Kong by students storming the streets, looking to kick out their dictators. Macaroon, same thing happening in France, same thing happened in Puerto Rico, where all this truth is coming to light, and people aren't having and allowing the BS anymore from their leaders or politicians all around the world. There's people literally walking around, marching in France and in Puerto Rico with guillotines on the street. They're like that pissed. And it's all from truths coming out and things being revealed. And at first glance, this could be like a very scary thing. It's just part of the process of the change. Fortunately, unless you're in it, right? If you're in it, if you're a person that people want to bring the guillotine to, it's a scary thing. Maybe being in the streets and the situations and is not the most comfortable. But these people are going with hope, with love in their hearts, to not necessarily in the way that I would necessarily go about it, but they're being effective. They're executing and making sure that they have a better future. And this is happening all around the planet. There's several countries where there's these protests happening and people are demanding a better possibility, a better reality. I'm fortunate here in Costa Rica, live a very privileged life, very free life. United States, also great place of opportunity, probably the best place on the planet for opportunity. Yet here in the first month, there's been so many things coming to light. Just first month of 2020, and it's 2020, perfect vision, right? So all these truths are coming up. So I'd like to invite anybody that listens to this just to just kind of recount what they believe to be true, and would they like that to be continued to perpetuate in the future? And if not, it's time to change a thought about a thing. Because the groundwork where everything changes in all of this reality is within. It's, I know if somebody watches this from the world of the Matrix or 3D, they won't necessarily agree with me. They might even argue with me. They might even say I'm blasphemous. They might even talk negatively about me. The truth is, though, always the truth. And everything is created from what I hold to be true in my heart. Everything is from this collective consciousness, we can say that's how the massive wave of creation happens and manifests. However, the truth is you're not a victim to it. It's up to you to hold in your heart what to be true, what kind of life to live, who you are, what kind of world to live in. And starting with your own self, your own family, and friends or circle, right? And then out into the world. It's up to you to create the reality that you desire. So we can play these games and vote people into office and give them the power to do things. And they may or may not. We can let somebody boss us around, blame them when things don't go right. We can have things that happened 20 years ago be the reason why we can't do things today, right? Or we can look inside and change. So if you've ever said, oh, I can't do that because of my ADD, you're creating that. I can't do that because I don't have a good memory. You're creating that. I can't do that because I don't have good balance. You're creating that. Especially when it's a story that happened 20 years ago where you couldn't hold your attention. You're creating it. You can be anybody you choose, live however you choose. It's your truth. You have the choice. And if you disagree, feel free to pop in, because I love the objections or disagreements with this stuff, because quite honestly, that allows me to see what the paradigm is. And if you agree, feel free to chime in too, right? So Elisa dropped in a little bit here. Yes, I know I need to meet your neighbor. We'll chat with him for sure. And yes, we manifest it. And truth moves reality. It's interesting that the reality is an illusion, and the illusion is the reality. So let's do a little meditation here, a little harmonization, and move out of the illusion, move into the truth in the heart, and just really tap in and feel that beauty that lives within, and keep the intention and the attention on the world that you want to live in. What's happening in the outside? And realize if you ask for change, you will see change. If you want the world to look differently, things will break. Things will get disrupted. So things change. If you want it to be exactly the same way, then you hold that in your intention. If you want things to be better, something is going to change, which at some point is going to look like a bad thing. The most important thing is you keep your vibe high. You keep your vibe high, you keep your vibe high, and you will know exactly what to do. The pandemic that's breaking out, this Wuhan coronavirus, created in the US, brought to Canada, smuggled out of Canada, brought to Wuhan. Pretty interesting when that whole truth comes out on that. There's a lot of dots connecting the people behind that. And it looks like really bad right now to a lot of people. It's going to shift things. It's going to bring a lot of things to light, and the truth always comes to the top. So no matter what you see, there's going to be shifts. The world's always changing. What you hold in your heart, things going to happen that look bad and ugly. Just refrain from the judgment. Let's come back and just realize this is part of a much greater process. The time even of my lifespan is like not even a minute in the universe. And the life that I am is well more than this body, just like the life that you are is well more than this body. Your life will continue once this physical body, which is made up of trillions of bacteria, like other living organisms are making this body work for me. It's like a biological meat suit. That's not even me. The consciousness is the life that runs through. So that secure. Let's go to that place here. So just begin breathing. Empty out all the lungs. Close the eyes. Get yourself in that position. That feels really good for a nice little meditation. Filling the belly and the chest. Just doing a scan from head to toe. Just looking to see if there's any blockages. You can start with a physical ache and pain. It's first key to a blockage. And again, scanning, inhaling. And then from the top down, just checking my emotional state, my mental state. Am I feeling a bunch of feelings? Am I thinking a bunch of thinkings, thoughts? Am I calm? Am I settled? Am I here right now? And consciously breathing. Deep breaths. At your own pace. Becoming one with this flow of the breath. Noticing the flow of the breath, unrestricted, just completely free. Noticing the abundance of this spirit, of this air, of this breath. And now just calling from the heart the primary emotion you'd like to feel, or emotions you would like to feel, you'd like others to experience. It could be freedom, it could be gratitude, it could be liberty, acceptance, forgiveness, whatever you think, kindness, the world could use a little more of today. And on your inhalation, filling the spirit with the essence of this feeling, of this emotion. And the exhale, releasing this emotion out into the matrix, out into the simulation, out into the space, the ethers. Intentionally injecting each breath with the vibration in my heart. Knowing that someone else is going to breathe this breath. And feel this vibration. Knowing that I myself may breathe the same breath. So what would I give to myself? Literally changing the vibration of every bit of my inhale and exhale, and watching it transform in my heart. Just as every single word I speak has an impact, so does every single breath I take. What magic am I creating? What spell am I casting with each breath, with each word? Maybe even invite the subconscious to install this program so that each breath I breathe gets infused with the frequency of love, of kindness, acceptance, forgiveness, giving forward. Peace, freedom, courage. Now imagining the world, the peoples of the world, the sentient beings of the world breathing the same breath. Feeling the love that's in your heart. Bringing the hands in front of the heart in prayer position, pressing them together. Feeling the love within. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the light. Lowering the hands down. One last deep breath. Holding at the top for a moment. Just integrating. And opening the eyes. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining today. Have an amazing, blessed day. Crystal, do me a favor, message me directly what you mean about wanting to go home. Maybe there's some words of wisdom we can bring to the world that goes a little deeper into that. Because if you're feeling that way, then there's probably others. And I'd love to dive into it a little bit. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If this is your first time here with me, this is every day, 7:30. And sit in this moment and bring this shared intention to the world, and bring love around from our hearts, and just setting ourselves up in this moment, here and now, for success in doing that, and then taking that forward. God bless you all. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Go hang out with my baby and my lady, and her parents are here. So have a great day. Thanks for joining.